It is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win.
From district attorney to top prosecutor, senator, vice president, and eventually a presidential candidate, Kamala Harris's list of achievement falls only slightly short of those of the first African-American president, Barack Obama. The Democratic leader's defeat to her Republican rival Donald Trump in a bitterly contested election shattered her dream to become the first woman president of the US. But her nomination enthused women that this door in public life is not closed to them. 60-year-old Harris has known other firsts though. She has been the district attorney for San Francisco, the first woman, first African-American and first Indian origin person to be elected to the position. As vice president, she is the first woman to hold the post. Also, she happens to be the first African-American or Indian-American person to make it there. Shortly after conceding to Donald Trump, Vice President Kamala Harris pledged to continue her fight for the future.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation. The ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
Harris had got her big chance when President Joe Biden abandoned his own bid for re-election in July following his poor performance in a nationally televised debate with Trump. Biden endorsed Harris as the party nominee in the election. She has been likened to Barack Obama, the country's first black president. Obama endorsed her in various elections, including that for the US Senate in 2016, Vice President in 2020, and the presidential election in 2024.
I am so proud of the race we ran, and the way we ran it, Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future.
In 2017, she was sworn into the US Senate. As Vice President, she served as President of the Senate, setting a new record for the most tie-breaking votes cast in history, surpassing one that had stood for nearly 200 years. And her votes have been consequential.
I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld.
Harris was born to two immigrant parents, a black father and an Indian mother. Her father, Donald Harris, is from Jamaica, and her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, migrated to the US from Chennai in 1958. She, however, defines herself simply as American. After her parents divorced, Harris was raised primarily by her mother. She says that her mother adopted black culture and immersed her two daughters, Kamala and her younger sister Maya, in it. Harris grew up embracing her Indian culture but living a proudly African American life.